Hello and welcome. Today I want to talk to you about the Meteor Generation 3 auto head levelling system. This is a patented system that we've introduced back at the start of Generation 3. Previous to that we had the Mark II and Mark I machines where they had a knob at the back here and an axle which changed the height with a lever. Changed the height of the back of the machine here to make the head sit flat on the floor. That was very important to make sure the machine was nice to use and wore diamonds evenly, and we had to set, depending on the height of the diamonds or the tooling underneath the machine, had to set the machine so the motor was level. In Generation 3 we introduced the patented auto head levelling system, and it has a pivot here, which is nothing unusual there, but the patented part of it is the mechanism with the oil dampers at the back here. So the way it works is the head can swivel back and forth. So to show you what I mean, I'll just adjust this so you can see the head tilt forward there and all the way back. Now when you put the machine down with the diamond under there, you should see the head level automatically. If this doesn't happen, it's very important that we make sure that is free to move. If this doesn't happen, it can cause uneven disc wear, can wear out the coupling very quickly. So you can have premature wear on your coupling, and also it's not very nice for the operator to use. So I'm going to show you today how to do a check on this system to make sure it's working properly. So the first step we need to do is to remove the screws here, one each side, so we'll do that now. So we're going to remove this screw here. Use a 6mm Allen key. So we're just going to remove the bottom screw only on both sides, or we'll do the other side. Okay, so now I've removed the screw from the other side. We can now check the system. So to do that, I'm going to tilt the machine over. I'll put the handle up into the tooling mode. Tilt the machine over. Okay, so what we want to see here is that the head frame and this arm here can move freely. So you can see here it's actually quite loose. This is how it should be. If yours is tight, you may need to inspect these pivot points here and make sure the frame is not bent up and touching the side of this frame here. But making sure that's clear, these arms aren't particularly thick. They can be adjusted by giving a little tap with a hammer inwards or outwards to make sure they clear the frame here. So I'll show you what I mean there. In here, the arm moves up and down inside the frame, making sure that's clear in there. So we've verified that is now free. Next check we need to do is check both oil dampers that they're not stiff or stuck. So you can see here the amount of force I'm using. It's a reasonable amount, but it does move freely. So you should be able to move it quite easily, but it should be resistant to fast movement. So you should be able to just move it with your finger quite easily. But if that's really stiff and hard to move, or it's floppy and there's nothing there at all, it's really loose, that's not a good idea either. The purpose of the oil dampers is to stop the head doing this while grinding. So it just limits the movement. So once you've checked both dampers that they're free to move, but they don't move fast, you should see something like this when you have one damper in. When I let it go, it should just fall back naturally, pulling the damper out. So once we've done that, we'll put these screws back in. If you find a damper is not correct, maybe it's damaged, it's been knocked with something on side or something, it's no harder than undoing the screw here, as you've already done, and undoing the top one as well, putting a new damper on there, and away you go. So hopefully that helps on how to check the oil dampers on your Meteor 250 Generation 3. Thanks for watching.